Going on, people? Sunday, my favorite day to work on a truck or trailer. Working on a trailer. Cornhusker trailer is not very popular between on the hopper industry, and I read a little bit about regarding Cornhusker trailers. Some people says they crack a lot. Some said they have potential to break in half. Well, in my opinion, anything can break in half. Depends how you use it. Timty, T-I-M-P-L-T, something. Timty or Wilson, yeah, is a little bit more popular. So I had Timty. I used it for about 3 months and I sold it. And then I bought a Cornhusker. Reason why they are a lot lighter weight. Not a lot, but I would say good 1,000 to 1,500 pounds difference. But anyways, the most common problem on them to break is these pieces right here. Lots of them I seen, a lot of them break. I think this part and Lincoln, Nebraska at the manufacturing plate for Cornhusker. Oh, don't quote me. I think they're right around $10 for this chunk. This is the one I replaced. The hooks instead of bolts going up here, and that's what they like to break. Is this pieces right here. It's one of those right there, and then they just start walking around. But I think reason why they break because the hog bolts, and I will show you. It's kind of tight in the shop. I need to get this damn truck done. So I replaced that one already. This one is fine, so as you can tell, I use fine thread bolts, fine thread bolt. And this ones are hogs. And I don't have a hog gun or hooks, whatever you want to call them. And I replaced this one. Here's the problem. They use the self-topping bolts and they broke off, so I basically re-drill them. I broke that one off, but it's all right. Re-drilled the holes up here, put a self-tappers, put 2 bolts up here on each side. We are inside the trailer, and I redid these brackets for, this is mud flap, the axle underneath the trailer. This is the mud flap. What happened is before, they had this piece of angle iron right here, but they didn't have no bolts. They hock it and no bolts here, and this ended up being rattling and wore this piece of angle iron, which was smaller, and wore the in a mud flap underneath here. But otherwise, besides everything else in a trailer, it's pretty solid. They got 1, 2, 3 beams running across the trailer. The trailer goes lengthwise this way, and this thing's run across. I read some information. Flashlight make me look scary. I read on the forums regarding Cornhusker, and they said besides this angle iron, or just show you, what do they call this dolly? But subframe. I think it's a axle subframe breaks too. But I never seen one like that. I've been underneath quite a few of them. Usually, reason they break over here, the hogs bolts, I don't like them. They end up getting loose after a while, and they have a play in them. So when you're turning, everything's moving on a trailer, and you end up kind of hitting it back and forth, and then eventually creates the crack and it breaks it. So I replaced that one, and I replaced this one right here too. I just replaced that one. That one was a little bit more pain in the ass because you have to take the fender off. So that one, it took about, I would say, half an hour to, you just fire your torch on and torch this hacks off, and then just slide it in, slide the new one in, and that's it. Simple as that. But like I said before, otherwise I have zero problem with this trailer. Greasing Pulls fine. I need to do alignment on it, like I said before. I still didn't do it, but I wanted to do alignment on it, and then I said, you know what? I gotta replace the last piece of I-beam or T-beam, whatever, T-bracket. Let's call it T-bracket because it looks like T. It comes up like this and like that. Replace the last T-bracket because I was thinking maybe the whole thing moves. So now I checked everything over. Everything seems legit. And maybe Monday, sometime this week, I'm not working next week, but sometime next week we'll run up and get alignment done on it. And then my next stage, I want to disassemble all the hubs, take the seals out, check the bearings over, and instead of running an 80-90, I want to put a 50 weight oil in them. That's why I like to put in the hubs on the trailer. Obviously not on drive axles, but on the trailer. Pulls easy, less mechanical drag on it. And I've been doing to each trailer I own, and I'm satisfied with it. Never had a problem. But that's basically it. Eventually we're gonna do tires on this axle, and the axle's still fine. It's got some of these tires up here start wearing a little funny, especially this one outside one. I don't know why, but you can't expect much from Sprite axle. They do kind of wear funny because you drag them a lot, especially the places I go to. And I was thinking I'll find some of the cracks, and there's none. I looked in the front too, and no problems. So this is 2013 trailer, so it's a 7-year-old trailer. And if some people don't know, the grain hoppers, if they load it, they usually load it to the max, or even sometime above, a couple thousand pounds. Like I load once in a while 56,000 pounds in this trailer, and pulls fine. Everything works. But that's all I got for today. I'm gonna clean up and grease the trailer, grease the landing gear, the doors, the traps, and the trailer should be ready to go trucking. So thanks for watching. Everybody be safe.